At the end of his middle period, as I've called it, Gershwin wrote a song that seems to have become almost a signature tune for him. Well, who doesn't know I Got Rhythm, written for the 1929 show Girl Crazy? This song, like the ideas in An American in Paris, is built up out of shorter motifs. Here's Gershwin himself improvising on it in a live concert recording made in 1931. What incredible playing by George Gershwin. And notice how the superbly syncopated rhythm of the theme is kept as a motif throughout the song. How carefully, though, were you listening to Gershwin's performance? Did you hear those complicated chords at the opening? They fall neatly into a 2-bar intro, 8 beats in total, but just try and count 8 against their complicated syncopation. I'll help by counting you in with 4 beats. 2, 3, 4. Like a lot of good music that may sound haphazard and spontaneous, there is often a good deal of intelligence and thought behind it. Did you also notice during Gershwin's performance that little interjection halfway through the first chorus, like this? If you examine those harmonies a bit more closely, you might see where they come from. That's Debussy's piano prelude, The West Wind. Here's Debussy's harmonies again. And Gershwin's. Debussy was one of Gershwin's great idols, and his music had a profound effect on Gershwin, in fact, influencing him more than the music of any of his own contemporaries. It's fascinating to see how Gershwin then went on to influence Ravel in his piano concertos, a perfect cross-fertilization system in process, but that's another story. Let's go back and have a closer look at that snappy rhythmic motif that makes up I Got Rhythm. What gives it its swing is a syncopation caused by the length of the first 3 notes. All 3 are of an identical length. If I split up the tune into smaller subdivisions, you can hear for yourselves. Play that against the accompanying pulse, and you'll see where the subdivisions do and don't coincide with the beat. Hence the syncopation. Take out the smaller subdivisions again. Now remove the left-hand pulse altogether, and we're left with... I Got Rhythm was one of Gershwin's favourite show tunes. He was always improvising on it. In a moment I'll play an extract from another of his improvised performances, but first let me pull it apart so you can see what's going on. To begin with, he takes the theme with his right-hand thumb. And since he still has 4 fingers on his right hand with nothing to do, he gives them a counter melody to play. The left hand then supplies the beats. Only to make it a bit more interesting, those left-hand notes are then placed off the beat rather than on, like this. Confused? Let Gershwin sort it all out for you. Here he is, in a 1934 radio broadcast recording. And there he goes into another variation. Not surprisingly, all these ideas eventually evolved into a concert work, Variations on I Got Rhythm, which falls well within Gershwin's later period.